If I look at it from the spectacle of economic spectacle rather, from economic spectacle, the ease may be reviewed with a more stringent conditions and execution of how do I call it? Execution of making sure that laws are obeyed. But if I look at it in a strong perspective, if we want to look at it the way it should be done, it should be extended. But I want to look at it again humanly. If you extend it, how are they going to cope? Is the government able to play its own part? So I doubt if government extends the lockdown, it may be counterproductive.
Due to the rising cases of COVID-19, do you think the ease of the lockdown is in order, sir?
From all indices, it is very clear that the intention of the government has been defeated. The rules have been violated, maybe because of indiscipline or sheer desire to fulfill one's, one's goals. So I don't think, to the best of my knowledge, it has not been successful. So I'm looking at a situation where it might be reviewed. If I look at it from the spectacle of economic spectacle rather, from economic spectacle, the ease may be reviewed with a more stringent conditions and execution of how do I call it? Execution of making sure that laws are obeyed. But if I look at it in a strong perspective, if we want to look at it the way it should be done, it should be extended. But I want to look at it again humanly. If you extend it, how are they going to cope? Is the government able to play its own part? So I doubt if government extends the lockdown, it may be counterproductive. Look at the issue of 1 million boys. It's a fallout of extension because the social aspect of lockdown, being able to social welfare, the government is found wanting in it. So I doubt if extension of lockdown, maybe it will be meaningful. I think my advice at this point in time is for government to review its stand and review how it is being regulated. Simple.
All right, but at the moment, there are cases whereby people are not respecting the curfew orders. So if this lockdown is extended, how do you think people should still stay at home? How do you think the government should go about it, ensuring that people stay at home and respecting all curfew orders?
If for any reason, for government to ensure that people obey the stay at home, is very dicey because being able to monitor the law enforcement agents are not going to be everywhere. You understand? It's just you need to do a kind of more campaign, more education from communities, even the churches, that they believe so much in churches, because people voluntarily pay tithes, but you are forced to pay tax, meaning that the church can actually influence the people. So you can go through the churches, community leaders, to let them know. Even some people don't believe in this lockdown, in this coronavirus that exists. So please, I think the government have to do a lot of education, because if I say monitoring, they will do monitoring, but education matters because they will not be everywhere. Most of them, they are in the major roads. What are the streets? You understand? So I think that is the advice, more education.
Yeah, so if the lockdown continues, what effect is this going to have on the educational sector? Because already the secondary school children are not going to school, they are only learning online. But those in the university don't even have this opportunity to learn online. So what if the lockdown continues? What are some of the effects like this will have on the educational sector? Yeah,
it's a great shock, like the Great Depression. It's a great shock. It has never happened in the history of the existing men. If we want to say the history of happening, it's going to be past, very far past. The effect on education is going to be profound, because most of the people, the great number of people that in the education sector, the children and the students, most of them are yet to grapple with technology. Even the educators themselves, most of them are yet to grapple with technology. I must tell you for free that just few months, about 3-4 months ago, the state government of Lagos was just training the primary school teachers on technology, handling of technology. But now the lockdown has come. How many Lagos state teachers are all over the states? They are very few. What do I mean? That is, how many of them have been trained? So it's not going to be easy for the children, the students, to grapple with the lockdown. You understand? So the profound effect is going to be serious. But then I must have to come back again. We must go back to our drawing table, because this lockdown has actually redefined studying. It has, in fact, the issue of distance learning. How does it come? It's through what we call technology. So we have to embrace technology. I know some private schools today, even public schools, they're already looking at the issue of what do we call this? Is it on a radio program for children? So I think it's going to have a profound effect. But then I will advise that not the government alone, even the private sector, how they can utilize technology. I mean, when I say technology, IT, in training, and it will be going a long way to help.